I'm like, you know what? Let me just. I like to sometimes not record calls so you guys can pay more attention, right? But listen, I'm about to change our lives tonight, right? So I want to get you guys into the right state, into the right frame of mind. This call is going to be transformational. It's not going to be your everyday trading call. We're going to know. We're going to talk about some real things that's going to help you guys get to that level where I'm at and even further than where I'm at, right? So I'm talking about right now, right? Visualizing yourself becoming a master in this game. Because if you want to be, unless you're an absolute unicorn, right? If you want to build a stable business on the business side, you better know how these products work. You better know how to use the product, how to utilize the services. Everybody wants to be a diamond. Everybody wants to be a leader. Everyone wants to have a big team and do big events. Well, you better know, and not just know how to do it yourself, but know how to plug in your organization to these products. That's why we have so much success. I've been doing this at a high level for the past 5 years, consistently, winning at a high level, traveling the world. You guys see it. I don't listen, guys. I post it so you guys can see the results of what I've done. Of when I was broke on a couch in 2019 to now becoming Mr. Derrick Alexander, the man, the myth, the legend. It's happening because I understand what it takes to win. And if you follow these steps today, I'm telling you right now, right? It's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a very exciting, end of the summertime leading to the end of the year. Because there's some really exciting things happening. So if you're ready, have your notepads and pens ready, and we're gonna get right into it, right? So before I talk about the crypto side, I want to cover. I put a poll on our group chat, right? And I said, who wants to learn about risk management or who wants to learn about crypto? And a lot of you said both. Who remembers that poll, right? If you didn't answer to the poll, I will find you. Right? I'll give you a call tonight. Hey, why did you answer the poll? But no, I wanted to let you guys know. You guys' opinion is very important to me. I don't just want to teach something because it sounds good or because it's in a book. I want to teach you guys something that's going to help you, right? I like to teach on things that you want to learn. If there's something that you want to learn and I'm teaching that, you're going to feel like included. It's like, wow, I want to be a part of this, right? I'm learning something that I want to, I have an issue with this. And so risk management is something that I want to cover because and some of you are guests, I understand. Some of you are new to this whole idea. Welcome, right? You're going to understand it, as time goes on. Don't worry. But I want to talk about risk management again because a lot of people that I'm seeing a massive improvement. We had a call up last week, and I was very direct on that call. And if you're on that call, I hope you guys understood where I was coming from. From a state of love, because look at the chat. Look at the chat this past week. Go from Thursday night last week to now. Look at how many people made money. That's the culture we need to continue to sustain. It's not good enough having 1 week. I've been doing this, guys, since 2017. Every day I've posted on Instagram. Every day I've made a prospect call. Every day I've prospected somebody. Every day I've done, trading related information, especially my first, from 2019, I'll say, from there, I really started taking trading really seriously from then. But, let's keep this going, right? Let's keep this going. This is what's going to keep you guys excited. Because I was saying it last week, right? And this call will be a little bit long. So I want to give you guys some, get comfortable, right? Because I don't want to rush it. I want to give you guys the value, okay? You guys paid to get in this platform. No one held a gun to your head to pay. I want to make sure you guys get the value that you've paid for. Does that make sense? So, it's very important to understand that a lot of people right now, some of you are not in an entrepreneurial circle. I have probably over 55 to 60 millionaires on my phone that I can call right now. People that have earned million plus. Because I've been around this environment of people. But some of you don't have that network. Some of you are still new, and I understand. So what I said last week, if you were on my call, because it wasn't recorded last week, so it's gone. It's gone forever, unless you took down notes or you voice recorded it. I don't know if you voice recorded it, but I was saying that a lot of people are doing this by themselves. They're in your house by yourself. You have no people around you that are in this environment. I understand, right? Some of you are doing this by yourself. You don't have it. maybe your partner's negative towards you, maybe your family. You might have someone in your life that might be saying, nah, trading, you know, or you might just not have anybody around you right now that's encouraging you to be in this environment, right? Put a yes in the chat if that's you. Don't be ashamed. I want to give you guys a breakthrough in your mind. I want to give you guys a real breakthrough. Put a me in the chat if that's you. Okay? Right? Because I understand what it's like. Listen, I'm not going to go on and on and on, but the whole idea is, the reason why I want that chat to be popping is because I want to help the person at the back of the room, the person that's never been to an event, the person that's in Port Harcourt, or the person that's in Birmingham, or the person that's in London, or the person that's in San Francisco that doesn't have a network of people that are like on their case, like come on. But that's what I'm saying. Let's make the chat like every day there should be thousands of notifications. Good morning, team. It should be like a good morning culture. Good morning. Let's get this money today. Signals come out. Cool. Bonus signals, whatever. But let's make sure, because I want to help the person at the back. I want to help the person that is so maybe insecure about their life. They don't even know where to start. Some of you are considering quitting. I'm just going to keep it real tonight. I'm not going to give you no... This is not a kumbaya call. Some of you are considering leaving the business because you're like, man, I can't do this. Stay in. This call could be the call to completely change your life. So listen carefully. This is not just a trading call. I'm going to shift your mindset. Every single one of you, if you're in these trading chats, right? You need to be commenting. You need to be looking at the... Guys, listen, I don't care what... Oh, Derrick, I'm busy. I've got other group chats. Your other group chats are not as important as this group chat. I'm telling you, this group chat will make you the most money. So pin on WhatsApp. You can pin chats. Pin that as one of your free chats. Do it now. I've got it pinned. Right? Because I want to make sure you guys understand the significant... Shout out to Sylvia Aya. Shout out to Katrina. Shout out to Steph. All the leaders that are leading this charge. That are actually leading the charge. Right? Those three individuals specifically, because they are like... They're blood. Obviously my wife, and then obviously I've got Sylvia, Steph, my sisters. Right? Guys, you understand? This is a chat that I want it to be the chat that by the end of this year, over 50 six-figure earners are created. By trading, by building a business. Right? So I want you guys to understand, I'm going on and on and on because I want you guys, if you're not in the chat, then speak to whoever invited you onto the call. They'll tell you what the chat is. I don't do this just for the sake of doing it. I was saying to Katrina and everybody, I said, listen, I like to do calls, I like to prepare. I want to help these people. If you could understand how powerful trading is, combining it with the business side, what you can do for your life. Do you know what people have done in this industry that are on this call right now? I'm not going to call out their business, but it's people on this call that have bought homes from this industry, that have bought Range Rovers, for cars, big cars, jewelry, looked after their family, retired their parents. Do you understand? Some of you are playing around with this opportunity, and it's time to stop playing around. I was saying this last week. Stop playing around with your potential, because this is a business that can completely change your life. This is a business that can completely transform your life. Right? We was in Nigeria a few months ago. Myself, my wife was with David and Sylvia, Bianca, Steph, all the incredible leaders, looking at what's happened. And I was almost in tears because I was looking at these people that have never traded before, that are making even $200 a day. And we went to Dominican Republic, and we saw people in Dominican Republic, and we saw people in, we've been across the world this year. I've seen people, what I'm saying? I've seen how people live. And I'm like, you know what? This opportunity is not just an opportunity for the UK, it's an opportunity for everywhere across the world. So I want you guys to, I know I'm going on a little bit, I'm sweating, right? Summertime over here. But get into the habit of looking at that chat and making it a priority. Because there's one bit of information. Sometimes Sylvia might drop a picture or something about risk management, and you won't watch, it's another post. That picture could actually change your entire perspective on trading. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it could be one quote that we send into the chat. Take it seriously, because it's only paying members in that chat, or It's not just anybody. It's people that if you're active, you're in that chat. So don't just, this is not a small. These are people that are making serious money. Okay, guys? So I want you guys to go into the chat right now. If you're in that chat, and put $ in the chat right now. In our chat, in our WhatsApp chat. If you're not in the chat, then, you know, I'll be praying for you to get in there one day. But if you're in the chat right now, put $ in the chat right now. Listen, guys. We want people that are coming from the outside into NVISIONU. We want them to see the culture that we have, to see the excitement, to see the momentum that we have. We want people to really be excited. So get people excited. Let's get this done. When you make profit, post it. Get people fired up. Because this is the company. This is the group chat that's going to change the world. I'm not waiting for anybody else to come into the business. We are the ones. So get up and get cracking. Get it cracking. Go in the morning, make it a priority. I'm going to look at the chat today. What's happening? The signals are, some of you are missing signals. Why are you missing signals? I'm putting out 3-4 signals a day, doing my own analysis. You should be on those signals like fried toast. And even if you know, make sure you have risk management. Right? So I want you guys to understand the importance of being in this chat and having the excitement and having the enthusiasm. So you guys can actually go out there and win. Okay, guys? So that's enough of my rant. That's my TED talk over. Let's get into the money, right? So let's talk about, oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I saw that. But it's all good. So let's go right into the daily compound calculator, okay? Now, we're going to talk about something very powerful today, guys. We're going to talk about something very, very powerful. This is a very important specimen, right? Now, I'm going to give you guys an example, right, of how much money you can make. Because some of you have been asking me, you know, hey, Derrick, how much money can I make? Okay, I'm going to tell you. Right. So the average person, right? The average person gets involved into the business. Let's just say, if you're starting with £500, let's say we're starting with $500, right? I'm going to put US dollars. It's a universal thing, right? $500 US. And let's say, for example, the interest rate, listen, the target is 3 to 5% per day. Okay? 3 to 5% per day. All right? And a quick one, for those that are not in that chat, I just realized, put it in your own chat. Whatever chat you're in, put $ in that chat. Okay? Get people excited. Anyway, let's go right into it. Daily compound. So let's just say, for example, you're starting on £500. Okay? Dollars, right? And let's say, for example, you are aiming to make 3 to 5% per day. Okay? So what we're going to talk about today is how you could actually make that 3 to 5% and having the right risk management. Because a lot of people are over leveraging. Use the risk that's associated with your account balance. Don't risk an amount that you cannot afford to lose. So if your account is $100, the lot size you should be using is strictly 0.01. 0.01. I don't want to hear any, oh, I believe, I got faith. You can have all the faith you want. That faith will blow your account. That faith you have, don't worry. Your account balance is $100. Don't over leverage it. It's okay to start with $100. It's okay, because I understand. It's okay. But don't over leverage. Don't try and, oh, let me bet on this. Because if what happens is you could use 0.04, 0.05 for $100 account or £100 account. But what could happen is you might win and you get into the habit. Because guys, we are creatures of habit. So whatever we give ourselves to consistently, we're going to become that. Right? So if we give ourselves to over leveraging our account, we're never going to get ahead. You're never going to build an account. You're always going to be starting from zero. Okay? That's really like the mentality. Think about it, guys. If you're trying to, for example, build relationships with people, right? Let's say, I'll give you guys an everyday example. Let's say you're at work, right? You're in your job, and you're trying to build a relationship with people in your workplace. And every time you talk to them, you're always saying risky things that could get you in a bad way with them. Oh, look at you. You look a bit big today. Or, oh, look at you. Oh, your breath stinks today. Like, you're saying things that are just out of pocket. You're risking way too high. Your risk management is very low. It's very high. Is terrible. Because you're trying to blow, let's just say people, everyone has like a friendship account. You're blowing all those accounts. Like, every person that you're talking to, you're offending them, you're talking crazy to them. That's the same thing as trading. Every trade that you enter, you don't have to try and risk everything on that trade. And if you want to make more money, you have to start with more money. That's as simple as it is. If you want to start making like £100 a day, $250 a day, you've got to have at least, multiple 4 figures in your account to make that. You can't, because you got to understand, trading, to really win in trading, it's a long-term game. Yes, you can make money now. You can make money in your first day. You can make money in your first 24 hours. Absolutely. We had a lady in our group, or a guy in our group actually in Birmingham that made, I think he started with 250, right? And he made £750 in his first day and withdrew a lot of money. I'm not sure how much he withdrew, but he built his account very quickly. That can happen. And that's amazing. And we love that. But in terms of long-term success, you want to build a career out of this. It takes consistency, right? Because everyone looks at where they are now. You look at Cristiano Ronaldo now. You look at Mayweather now. All these people that are successful, but do you look at when they started? Like, they used to go to the gym every day, working out, and now they're the best in the world. So it takes time. It takes consistency to do it. So your goal, and this is the thing, you've got to be disciplined. Once you've made your daily target, do not enter the market again. Is that hard? I put a signal in the chat earlier, right? And I said to you guys, the market's a little bit choppy. If you've made your target for the day, just relax. If you haven't made your target for the day, enter with low risk. Because at the end of the day, we said it, you could live to trade another day. You want to be able to live to trade another day. You don't want to try and go into the market and just gamble everything. This is not the lottery. So you have to have that mentality when it comes to trading, right? We're a relationship. You can't meet someone today and marry them tomorrow unless you're insane, right? You've got to get to know the person, etc., etc. In everything in life, you have to have patience to get to that point where you are winning in that area, right? So that's the thing. Compounding. And you got to train your mind that it's a marathon, right? Train your mind that it's a marathon every single day. So let's say, for example, $500, 3% per day, right? I'm going to do this until the end of the year. Okay? So we're going to put 5 months. Okay? And we're going to calculate this. All right, cool. So let's say by the end of the year, I mean, again, this is obviously based upon no losses. This is based upon complete, you haven't withdrawn any money. You haven't deposited any extra money. You've just, the money that you started with, you've compounded it for 3% per day, Monday to Friday. And obviously this is hypothetical, right? But let's just say you would potentially have $12,500 in your trading account. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you guys something, right? Look at the daily wins. So the first day, you started with £15. Now, do you understand that the average person, right, that has, I have a few accounts. that you put money into an account and it gives you like a return of or interest, right? Do you know to make 3% per day on your money, guys, there's nothing out there. Do you understand how some of you don't even understand? Like, it's like not knowing the power that's in your hand. There's people right now that are in places that you have no idea. This is unbelievable. I still, after 7 years in this industry, it still doesn't make sense to me. How simple. You can make £15 on your money in what? One trade? 20 to 50 pips. You could make that. What high interest yielding account can you do that? What high interest trading or business bank account can you put money into and it makes you 3%? It's unbelievable. This £15, guys, my first profit in trading was $11. To this day, I'm still blown away. How could I work hard for this money? Some people are making that per hour. Do you want guys, you got to understand what I'm saying here. People make that in an hour, $15 an hour. They're working their butt off. They're in a shop. They're in, Harvey Nichols, or they're in Neiman Marcus, or they're in CVS or Boots or whatever shop you're in. They're working, stacking, they're doing it. And I respect it. They're hustling for their family. But that hourly rate, you could make that in 5 minutes. Why wouldn't the world not want to trade Forex? But you know what people say to you? Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's difficult. No, it's not. It's simple, but it takes discipline to win. That's all it is. Everybody loves going to the gym. January, they're in the gym. January, they're in the gym. And then by the 21st of the month, everyone's left the gym because they didn't get the results they thought they were going to get, or they lost motivation. You've got to stay consistent even through when it's boring. Oh, £15 today. Now, some of you, I'm still wowed by that. Some of you may say that's nothing. But you give me another investment opportunity where you can do that. And I'll give you my trading account. Think about it. When you see it that way, you're going to be so... Listen, even when I make $5 in the market, I'm grateful. Because I know I've just sat in my bed or I'm in the gym and I've made $10, $100. Today I made, I think about $400 something today. Just from sitting down in my house trading with my baby in my lap, making what? Do you understand? It's so beautiful. So until you get that realization, you're going to be still like, oh, I want to make all the money today. Think about what your money's making you right now. I never forget, David had this quote in our previous company. And this is the quote that we use. And you could even use it now for this company, because it's the same product. David said, in the past 5 years, out of all the money that's flown through your bank account, roughly how much money have you made on it? Oh my, you didn't hear what I said. Shall I say it again? He said, Derrick, out of all the money that's flown through your bank account, in the past 5 years, so in the past 5 years, out of all the money that's flown through your bank account, roughly how much money or how much profit have you made on that money in the past 5 years? It makes sense why the dude made over $50 million in that previous company, right? Because that question is just like butter. Oh, I didn't make anything. And then we would say, if I could show you a way where you could multiply the money in your bank account by using minimal time, using your smart device, would you be open to finding out about it? Everybody would. Some of you are packaging it like it's some... No, this is a serious skill that's made people millions. I know people that are living in Miami, that are living in Dubai, that are multi-millionaires off trading. But if you ask them, it's discipline. It's the $15 a day. Can you do this? Because what's going to happen is you're going to make $15. Another trade comes out. Ignore my... Listen, once you've seen one of my bonus trades or the company trades or Sylvia's trades and you've made money, do not enter the market again. You've made your $15. stop. Because I've realized I used to be a little bit lenient. Oh yeah, you guys can go back in the market again. But you know what? It never works out well. Because you're going to go back in the market. You might, things might happen. You might take a lesson. And now you're chasing the market. I don't chase the market. The market chases me. I don't chase money. Money's attracted to me. I'm a money magnet. That's my affirmation. So at the end of the day, if I've made that 3 to 5%, I am chilling. I'll go off into the sunset, go to the gym, go for a ride, take my son for a walk. I'll do whatever I got to do, but I'm not getting back into the market. That's the discipline that I've set for myself. Now, as you get more confident, as you get to an intermediate level, you could do a few more trades. But that's only when you've mentally understood the risk of that and you're able to be calculated in your approach. But if you're a beginner right now, if you're at the beginner level, guys, don't worry. Be patient. Yes, I know you want to make, okay, people say, well, Derrick, I want to make back what I've spent. So you want to start with 250, and obviously now you've got the subscription coming up, and the goal is to pay that off. Okay, cool. Now to make 150 in a month, you can do that. Let's talk about it, right? Let's say, for example, right, let's say you start with the same 500, right? And we're going to do it for 1 month. Let's say you make 3%. Let's start with 3%, right? You've made £486 profit if you follow the 3% rule with a £500 trading account. So you basically paid for your subscription and your starting cost. Because what's that? 250 plus 150, that's £400. There you go. And even if you do FL2 plus, which is £30 extra, that's £430. You've even got a little extra to go shop, to go, buy a coffee, buy a cinnamon bun or something, right? Do you understand? I'm teaching tonight because I want you guys to understand this is the psychology. You should be aiming to at least cover your membership every month with the trades, but you have to be consistent, right? Does that make sense? Put a yes in the chat if that makes sense. If you start with because you might say, Derrick, well, 500 is too much. Okay, cool. Start with 250. 3% per day. There you go. You've made £250 profit. £243. You've covered your starting cost at least. Right? So, but you've got to be consistent. Look, you start with 250. The first day, you make 750. Etc. Right? Next day, you make 773. Right? So, that's the whole idea, guys, right? So that's risk management. Again, I could go on a whole tirade about that continually, but I want to move on to the crypto side because I think, I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I know you guys have got families, things to do. I don't want to keep you guys forever, right? But let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Do you guys understand the importance of being consistent, right? That's how I got here, guys, consistently. Kobe Bryant every day will be in the gym, working out, 4 a.m. No one understood what he was doing. He kept, sadly his dad passed away, rest in peace to his dad, but his family's got a legacy forever. He was in the gym 4 a.m. every morning, and that made me realize that's what it takes. I'm not saying get up at 4 a.m. and do trading. I'm not saying that, right? I'm just saying, be disciplined, right? So let's get into the next side, guys. We're going to go and talk about cryptocurrency. I'm very, very excited about this because I haven't really trained on crypto before for a while. And I feel like now is the right time. Now a lot of you are, locked in. I didn't do it at the beginning because, again, it's a lot of information to do Forex and crypto on the same. But this is now a chance for you guys to learn. Christine, go ahead, sister. Your question? Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, go ahead, sis.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so, with the daily compound.
Yes.
Plan. So say for instance, it's printed off like this, yeah? Would this contribute toward, or would it act as a trading journal, or are the two completely different?
Great question. Chrissy's always got the good questions. Shout out to you, sis. Now I have a trading journal separately. So I have this is my journal, right? This journal, I like my emotions when I'm trading, so you can use it as a journal, but it doesn't have enough space. So what you can do, you can maybe clip on another piece of paper to it, and then each trade that you do, you can actually make that manually. So you can actually make a manual document and then have like another box for like the trade you took. So I write down not every single time, but I write down for the most part the trade I took, the pair I traded, the lot size I traded, and what the result was. And then I'll write next to it what I could have done better next time to basically like, you know, ensure that trade either is better or it could be, you know, whatever, right? So you can write on that page if you want, or you can have a separate book. It's up to you. But I would suggest to have both because a journal, you can really write down a lot of things, have your goals in there, and then you probably can put that compound sheet inside the journal. That's what I do. So yeah, shout out to you, sis, the compounding queen. Let's get it. All right, so let's get right into cryptocurrency, okay? And let's talk about the basics of crypto, right? Because this is a very, very powerful thing that's happening right now. A lot of people in the world are talking about cryptocurrency, and we're going to dive into some really, really exciting information. So guys, make sure you guys taking notes and let's get to it. So first and foremost, guys, cryptocurrency is, you know, it's like Forex is, I wouldn't say big brother, I'll say Forex is little brother. Still, I think Forex is still the king because Forex is all of what we base crypto on now. It comes from stocks, Forex, and other forms of investing. So there's three things you guys want to tap into when it comes to cryptocurrency. There's three things what you should know about crypto, right? Or why you should know about crypto. Or what you should learn about crypto, sorry. The first thing is obviously to make money, right? If you learn and understand how the crypto markets move, right? You can have the opportunity to make life-changing money if you are patient enough and put in the work. The overall crypto market cap is down significantly, some of them, which means that cryptocurrencies are still on a discount from previous all-time highs. So right now, you know, I'm going to do 3 sessions on crypto, right? Specifically. So this is just part 1, right? There's a lot of things to break down on cryptocurrency. There's a lot of information that I've been looking back at my notes, looking back at my previous courses I've paid for, crypto courses. And, you know, cryptocurrency right now, guys, is, so, you know, Bitcoin is at around £50,000, that's $65,000 per coin. It is pretty much at a very, very high point, one of the highest points ever. But there's some cryptocurrencies that are still, you know, at that place where you can get in and profit. But it's not just about diving into the market wildly. The same way I talk about Forex risk management is the same way you have to have crypto risk management. It's a different type of beast though. People try to say, well, Forex and crypto are the same. They're not the same. They have similar principles, but, you know, the skeleton is the same, but it's a different type of species, if that makes sense, right? Now, the second thing is crypto is still in its infancy. So you have a chance of being at the forefront of a potentially transformative wave in finance and technology. Okay? The third thing you should know about crypto is that crypto is the future, right? Now, governments are looking into it, guys. You know, crypto laws, regulations, and also CBDCs, which are digital-based currencies, right? So a lot of these banks right now, so even like there's a country called El Salvador. I believe the educator Richard Hall is from there. His family's from there. El Salvador is a country in South America, right? And they have actually made cryptocurrency a legal tender. So right now, if you go to El Salvador, for the most part, you can pay with crypto, right? So you can go to a supermarket and you can pay with Bitcoin, with a Bitcoin wallet, etc., etc. So there are cards. Coinbase, Crypto.com have their own debit cards you can use. Contactless payments are allowed with crypto cards now. So cryptocurrency is a massive thing. A lot of people, guys, that's what I'm saying. We're so blessed to be in this specific space of trading because we have the opportunity to really tap in to, you know, this is a whole new wave. You know, 20 years ago, there was nothing to do. You couldn't be a trader 20 years ago. You couldn't even the crypto didn't exist 20 years ago, right? So we're literally in a world that is completely, it's like an all-time high for society. Being in this world, having access to the Forex world, having access to cryptocurrency, it is something that you must dive and learn about, right? So also, companies and institutions are learning, investing, and implementing blockchain technology into their businesses. Countries are making certain cryptocurrencies legal tenders, and even universities are now offering blockchain and cryptocurrency courses. So this is, again, getting very, very, very exciting. Okay, people are really having a good time with cryptocurrency. Now, what is a cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is a digital currency which is an alternative form of payment created using encryption algorithms. The use of encryption technologies means that cryptocurrencies function both as a currency and as a virtual accounting system. To use cryptocurrencies, you need a cryptocurrency wallet. So basically, when I say encryption algorithm, what that means is the encryption is basically that it's secure, right? It's secure. You might see on WhatsApp now, there's this message that comes up about encryption on WhatsApp. Technology has to be encrypted. And the encryption is basically a code, right, that is formed each time that a transaction has been done in the cryptocurrency world. So cryptocurrency is basically just, imagine fiat currency, imagine pounds and dollars and all these currencies, but just a digital way, and it's basically coded online. So it's all online. It's money, but it's just digital money. Does that make sense? Crypto has been used for a wide range of applications, including buying goods and services, trading, and peer-to-peer transactions. Think of crypto as another version of PayPal without a middleman or company. So what I mean by that, guys, is imagine, going somewhere and all of you are chipping in for something, right? You're all chipping in for whatever you're chipping in for. You're all putting money together for something. For example, like a holiday, right? And let's say, for example, the hotel says, okay, we only take one card. We can't take multiple cards. We take one card. So you're checking into your suite and you got like 5 people with you or whatever, and everyone just sends you the money. Now, with PayPal, what you guys don't understand is when you use PayPal, Venmo, and all these other Cash App, you send the money. When you send money to someone in Cash App, for example, you send it to Cash App first, and then Cash App sends it to the person, right? Cryptocurrency is basically a way you can send it directly to somebody without needing a middleman, right? So it's extremely secure, and it is also extremely transparent, which I'll be covering very, very shortly. Okay? Now, why is cryptocurrency important today? Okay? First and foremost, I'm going to show you guys a few things online, and I want you guys to start researching about it so you can get understanding, right, about cryptocurrency. It's important that you guys know this, right? Because the world is changing and you need to adjust. We can't be living back in 2005. Oh, I'm just traditional. I don't use social media. You gotta get with the program, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna get left behind. There was a quote by a guy called Eric Hoffman, and he said that I forgot the quote now. Gary always says it. It says, "In times of change, the learned will inherit the earth, while the unlearned will be prepared for a world, will be beautifully equipped for a world that no longer exists." What he basically means is, in times of change, the people that are learning, guys, even me, like, when crypto first came out, I was slow on the train, but over the years, I've realized I need to learn this stuff. We should be learning about the metaverse. We should be learning about AI, how to use AI software, because our kids are going to be using this stuff. Like it or not, you can say what you want. I'm old school. Well, your kids will be using phones before we did. My son's already playing on my phone, trying to make phone calls, right? It is what it is. Like, we have to be safe with it. We have to be, we have to have a moral code to that. But at the end of the day, every single one of you on this call needs to, if you haven't already adapted, research about crypto. You can go into the academy. We have on the NVISIONU FL2 platform, we have a cryptocurrency academy with several videos about cryptocurrency and how it works, right? So I'm giving you guys the game so you guys can learn. Alongside Forex, the goal is to go and make money in the Forex market and then maybe invest it into crypto. Or, you know, if you have, when you have your money allocated to you, right? There's this thing that David taught us, 6 things to do with $1, right? So 15% of your income should be invested into something else, right? 25% living expenses, and that's, you know, a whole nother training, but 15% of what we make, we put it into investments, whether that's the Forex market, whether that's the crypto market, whether that's mutual funds, bonds, IOUs, whatever it is, because you have to understand this. We have to adapt. Don't be left behind. And when it's time to, I don't know about crypto, well, now's your time to learn, because you will be using it and people will be, you know, asking you, what's your wallet? And you don't even know what your Bitcoin wallet is. You've got to have a Bitcoin wallet so you guys can start transacting online and start, you know, buying things. You know, a lot of watches today are bought on Bitcoin, because I was with one of my, you know, my previous mentors, and he was in, we was in London at a place, a watch place, and he bought a Rolex. It was a chocolate day date, the big boy thing, the presidential thing. About 30, no, it was about how much? It was about 30 racks, 35k, and he sent the 35 racks by Bitcoin. This guy's not gonna be walking around London with cash in his hand or bank transfer, because bank transfers take time. But he had the money in crypto, 35 racks. The guy received it in 5 minutes, walked out with a watch. You get what I'm saying? So you must understand this. Anyway, why is cryptocurrency important today? 3 reasons. Hedging against inflation. In countries with high inflation, cryptocurrencies offer an alternative store of value, helping people and businesses preserve their wealth. There is no central bank authority that can inflate your money by printing trillions of dollars for stuff you don't care about. Now, this is the reason why inflation is so funny to me, because inflation, the world is printing money consistently, right? So the more money they're printing, the inflation is going to go up. There's a lot of money circulating in society, right? A lot of money circulating. Oh, the world's inflation, there's inflation happening. And then what they do, the banks, if you realize it, that's why I watch Bloomberg. I'm tuned in. And I learned this actually from the FL2 Academy. What I'm about to tell you guys, I learned this from the academy. Smart was saying, he was saying that when inflation's high, right, they lower the interest. When inflation's low, right, they lower the interest rate so people can buy, right? They can start getting credit cards, taking out whips, taking out cars, houses, finance, right? They start utilizing, because the interest rates are low, they start, utilizing that. And then when inflation's high, they higher the interest rates so people can calm down, because the banks, society, they want there to be an equilibrium. We're living in a world that has the golden ratio, right? If you guys know what that is, Google that. The golden ratio is the perfect world, the Fibonacci. So everything is within a certain level. That's why we have equal body. We have one eye here, etc., etc. God has created the world in a way that is perfect. Is perfect, because think about it. Gravity's here, but we don't. Gravity is so powerful. We don't fly up to space. That's the power of that. God has created the world so powerfully. So the banking system, right? There is no central bank authority that can inflate your money by printing trillions of dollars for stuff you don't care about. So it's a hedge against inflation, right? It doesn't. Why do you think some of the richest billionaires have their money in cryptocurrency? Because it's right now, guys. This is the best time to get understanding about it, guys. Look, you may not have maybe all the capital in the world to invest in crypto. It's okay, but learn it now, because it's not regulated. Crypto is not regulated still. It's still deregulated. Don't wait until that potentially happens where people start putting limits on stuff. Crypto, for the most part, it's decentralized, right? That leads me on to my next point. I didn't even see that there. I just said the word right. See, it makes sense. Decentralization. Cryptocurrencies operate on decentralized networks, reducing dependency on central financial institutions and governments. There is also more control and privacy to the users and protection from central entities. So what this means is no one knows who made Bitcoin. It's completely decentralized. There is no central location for it, which makes it, you don't have to depend on governments. The government doesn't like the fact that listen, now they're using it for their advantage. You think that Trump and all these presidents, Putin and now the new UK Prime Minister, you think for a minute they don't have cryptocurrency locked up? You think Donald Trump doesn't have a good, maybe, 100 Bitcoins locked away somewhere? Guys, they have their crypto ledger. I'm telling you, he's got some racks on there because he knows it's decentralized. It's offshore. And I don't have to declare it. I put it in my wallet. And then what they could even do, they could even wire it to someone else's wallet and withdraw it to cash. There's so many ways these guys are doing it. You think people right now, guys, wake up. You think people are, guys, most billionaires' bank accounts are empty. I'm telling you this now. Any multi-millionaire, the owner of our company has millions stacked away. There's other ways. You think that it's just about, guys, the bank account thing don't even matter to them. Oh, show me your bank account. They don't even want, show me your crypto wallet. Show me your life insurance policy. This is what the wealthy people, I've been studying guys, Jim Rohn said this, right? And I'm listening to an audio right now from Jim Rohn. He said, most people don't study wealth. And that's why you don't become wealthy. You study mindset, you study all this other stuff, motivation and blah, blah, blah. Oh, feel good, do good. Yay, let's go. Whoa, you're jumping up and down. But you don't, when I'm around David, I study his life. I study what he does with it. Because you got to understand, I'm like, this guy is a multi-millionaire. You think these guys don't have money in crypto? Look, you think that Trump doesn't have billions locked away in different cryptocurrencies? Because it's a way. No bank can touch it. Then they wire it to someone else's crypto wallet, and they withdraw it to that person's bank account, and then they just take out the cash. Now they got cash that no one knows about, right? That's how they do it. And then they buy the Lambo cash, they buy the Rolls Royce cash, no taxes, right? Think about it. What tax? I want to buy the Rolls Royce cash. Oh, that's 400,000. Nah, that's all right, mate. Yeah, I got £1 million cash. Yeah. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather walks around with cash? Guys, think about it. Really start to think about these rich people. Why do they move like this? Because they understand, if I buy cash, that's it. Done. No one's going to come calling you. It's cash, right? Anyway, it's a whole other conversation. I'm getting excited. The third thing is security and transparency. Crypto offers a secure and transparent way of recording transactions. This can lead to reduced fraud and corruption, especially in systems that are prone to human error or manipulation, right? Listen, everything is transparent. Okay? All right, let me go into the website and show you guys something real quick, right? You guys are going to be listen, I told you guys I'm going to give you guys the game tonight. I'm going to give you guys all the game. No secrets. I want you to go to a website called blockchain.com. All right? Yeah, we're getting to it. We're getting to it tonight, man. We're getting to it. Blockchain.com, right? Blockchain.com. Okay? Alright, cool. So, let me actually just... One second, guys. I'm going to turn off... I'm on a VPN. I'm going to turn off my VPN real quick. Alright, so... Let me turn this off. Disconnect. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, great. Let me just share my screen. Okay, cool. So this is called blockchain.com. So there's two websites I want you guys to really pay attention to, right? Let me Hold on, give me a second, guys. Can you guys see my screen? Is it sharing? Oh, you guys see it? Okay, give me a second. All right. So there's two websites I want you guys to look at, right? Bitcoin.org and blockchain.com. These two websites are going to show you guys like really what's going on in crypto. Guys, everybody put money aside now. Put like whatever you make per month, put like 15%. Set yourself a target. Save your money. Don't worry about impressing nobody. Don't worry about doing any of that rubbish. Save your money and put it in investments. I'm telling you. Every week, 15%. Put 15% in the chat if you're with me on this one. Are you guys with me? 15%. It's not hard, guys. Put it aside. Because what's going to happen is, and again, you might ask me, Derrick, what crypto should I invest? And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not very careful of like, I'm not going to tell you what to put your money into, but I'm just saying, the more research that you do, I'm, researching, I will let you know what I think is good, like, but I have to be sure about it, but just put it aside for now. You should be saving anyway. Save, put it aside for, because the boom is coming. Now, blockchain.com, there's something called the Explorer, right? So what's going to happen is you can see all the transactions that are happening right now, right? Look at this. Guys, this is live. What time is it? It's 22:05 p.m. in London. Guys, look. Every second there's someone, some 43k. Hey, give me the money, oh. Hey, come back, oh. Where you go? Where's the guy going? He's gone. Just like that. Gone. Look, 19k. Oh, I want to buy a Rolex, yeah. 44k, yeah. I want to buy a car, yeah. 27k. Look at this. Can you guys see my screen? 25 racks, yeah. I want to buy a new car, mate. Yeah. Mercedes, yeah. Look at this. You think this is all on the blockchain? Victoria said, Jesus. Look. This is what's happening in the world. And while you're sleeping and watching Supercell, right? Or you're watching Peaky Blinders, this is what's happening. Don't get me wrong, I watch Supercell too. I'm not dissing. Shout out to Ratman. I'm just saying. While you're sitting there, twiddling your thumbs, right? Doing whatever you're doing, this is what's happening in the world. People have money in this life. Don't let anybody tell you there's a shortage of money. Look at this, right? So you can see, right, average transactions per block, and you can see all these is happening right now, guys. Look, someone, 585, 1,800, 136, 26 pound, and it's happening. So someone's sending. So for example, let's find someone a juicy amount of money. Right? Let's say, okay, 72k. Okay, alright, it's going so quick. Missed it. See how quickly it's going? And you got all these cryptos at the bottom. Let's see. So this one, okay, this is obviously, okay, cool. So this is an example, right? This transaction was first broadcasted, blah, 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 right? Now, you can see the ID of the transaction. Everything is transparent. It says pending because it takes a couple minutes, depending on where it's at, for it to reach the person. But this is from this person here. No one knows the name. This could be someone in Japan, whatever it is. We don't know. Right? What we do know, this is a transaction that has just happened. $7,000 in BTC, right? So this website, you can see, and it just gives you an insight into what's going on. Okay. You can also look at the prices of all these coins. Now, Bitcoin is still the GOAT. The market cap is huge, volume is huge, and you can see the charts. Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, BNB, Binance Coin, Solana, which is a massive mover. This coin has been huge. I mean, it's backed by a lot of interesting projects. But yeah, this is one to look out for sure. USDC, Lido, XRP is always a good mover. Tonecoin, Dogecoin, right? And there's several. You've got a lot of them that are like stable coins. A lot of them are like coins that have been moving consistently for a while. I mean, you've got so many, right? You guys can see how many cryptos there are. The question is, Derrick, which one do I invest into? Well, that comes by research. That comes by... Guys, don't worry about all this stuff. It might look overwhelming. Like, what is Salter Chain Coin? What is Hipporat? Don't worry about these. The whole idea is once you get into the world, the whole idea is to get yourself familiarized with what crypto is and get yourself, like, start following, guys, as opposed to following all these follow pages on crypto, like Instagram, go on Twitter. Twitter's a good place. Find Twitter pages about crypto. Start to get yourself, guys. There's a guy on Instagram called Rashad Bilal. Earn Your Leisure. Follow them. They talk about crypto. They talk about what's happening. You've got it, and these guys. This is all free information. You want to get yourself around the conversations surrounding money and cryptocurrency because it is the way to go, right? It is a way you can put money into. Like, it is a risk, but it is something that it's an investment. And it makes you feel like you're doing something with your money, as opposed to just spending it on things that are liabilities. The whole idea is to make your money make money, so the profits from your investments is what you buy the drip, and you buy this, and you buy that. That's the whole idea, right? So let's get right into it. Let's talk some more about. So we spoke about transparency. So you guys can see how transparent it is. Bitcoin.com, right? Also, let me go on one more website actually before we. There's a website called Bitcoin.org. I mean, it's obviously what the website's about, Bitcoin, right? But there's something here, guys, called a white paper, right? So every cryptocurrency that is, formulated is a white paper. But this is going to talk to you guys about. This is the original document that actually was created. That actually explains what it is. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing now, but this is showing you. If you really want to take this thing serious, I've read through this before. It's important so you can understand how it's done, right? Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Yeah, it's a lot of complicated. It sounds very complicated. Commerce on the internet has come to rely almost exclusively on financial institutions serving as, etc. Read through it, guys, and look at the different diagrams. You can see, right? Hash, owners, public key, etc. Right? And you can get yourself really understanding just the basics of it. And believe me, guys, you're gonna like anything. So learning how to swim, learning how to drive, learning how to sing, rap, whatever, how to dance like me, right? You know what I mean? There's a process to it. I couldn't dance like I danced back in the day. I'm just, I'm just moving, but it takes time. You know what I mean? It takes time. Yeah, peer-to-peer. Yes. So, let's move on, right? So, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency ever created in 2008 by an unknown person or group using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. So, this is this big joke running around, right? That cryptocurrency, no one knows who made it. And unless the person comes out publicly, no one knows, and no one will ever know who created it. It's somebody. I believe it was a group of people. It couldn't have just been one person. By the name, you're guessing it's from someone in the far east of Asia, but we don't know, right? I want to I want to finally come out. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Let them know. It was her. Oh, Katrina, thank you so much. Thank you. Why didn't you tell me, man? That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go next door. If you're next door, I'm gonna go down there, get some money. But yeah, I mean, Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Incredible. 2008. Had you invested in Bitcoin? Again, we always listen. If we could go back to 2008 with no knowledge of today, we all probably wouldn't have invested again. So everyone says, oh, if only I invested. The key would have been if you was around the conversations. That's the only difference. It's not about, oh, we all wish if I knew when Facebook was launched in 2004, I put $5 in, I would make £1 million. Of course. But it's about being around the right people. That's why I always tell network guys, go on your Instagram and network with people that are rich. Believe it or not, they're going to answer. They're going to respond to you. I've got many friends that I've met, successful entrepreneurs, just from DMing them. Hey, bro, I love what you're doing. There's a guy on Instagram called the Urban Fanatic. I would highly recommend to follow him. The Urban, I even put his name in here. He's one of the dopest. I want to meet this guy. He's incredible. He's called the Urban Financier. Someone can put it in the chat for me. People like him, high-level entrepreneur. He's based in London, multi-millionaire, but he's such a brain box. Talks about money, talks about finance. Go on his YouTube channel, consume his content, right? Learn from the GOATs, learn from the crypto experts, right? They understand they know what they're talking about. It was initially created to be an electronic peer-to-peer cash system, but it turns out that it also attracted many investors as a store of value currency. Bitcoin has always been the largest cryptocurrency, making up roughly 50% of the entire crypto market cap as of right now. Now, how does Bitcoin actually work? Okay. Bitcoin operates on a decentralized network called the blockchain. Okay. What the blockchain is, guys, is essentially a public and digital ledger that securely and sequentially logs every transaction, ensuring they are permanently recorded. So imagine all those transactions you guys saw, 50K, 100K, whatever, right? They're all stored on a blockchain. They all have their own individual code. So every single transaction is stored securely with encryption and coding and security and transparency onto the blockchain, right? So every transaction that's ever been done in the history of Bitcoin is on a public ledger, which if you go through certain sites and certain ways in the dark web, you can find all of the transactions on a list. It will take a long time to read it through, but there you have it, right? So, the public ledger, the blockchain, is comprised of blocks containing data that includes the transaction records, such as who sent the Bitcoin, how much was sent, who's receiving it, and lastly, a unique identifier for that special block, which is like a digital fingerprint. When you send or receive Bitcoin, the transaction is broadcast to the network. It then gets verified by participants known as miners. So as you guys can see, right, on the actual website, where you can see where it says transaction, etc., right, done, these transactions have to be verified by miners. So have you ever heard about Bitcoin mining? Those are the miners. They're digging for the information and then they verify it. Once it's verified, then the money's sent to your wallet. Everyone has an individual cryptocurrency wallet. So if you haven't got it already, if you're in the Europe or US or wherever, download an app called Coinbase. If you're in Africa, Asia, I would suggest maybe there's blockchain is an app you can download. Blockchain or Coinbase or both. Download those apps. If you're in the UK, for example, go on Coinbase, create your account. Just create an account. Create an account, verify your account, put your ID in, and now you have your own cryptocurrency wallet. So for example, if I wanted to send 100,000 of Bitcoin to you, I'll ask you, what's your Bitcoin wallet address? You send me this long, crazy code. It almost looks like you've just slammed the keyboard and it's a whole set of random characters But that's what makes up your cryptocurrency Bitcoin wallet. Yeah, Coinbase for those in Europe. BitPay versus Coinbase. Know what that is. Right. So everyone has a wallet address, right? Make sure that wallet address is perfectly right, because if you send the wrong address, you might lose the money. That's one thing you have to make sure. You have to make sure that you use the correct address, right? And I'll go through that, another time about, how the Coinbase system works, everything like that, okay? But are you guys with me so far? Let me know in the chat. Look at that, 39K, 12K. Are you guys getting information? Are you guys getting the source? I send money. I will send money. Spiritual money. Prayers. Yes. You guys can see, right? So this is, a website you guys can start looking at. Okay. Now, last few things before we close the call. Bitcoin mining. The transaction or creation of new Bitcoins is done through a process called Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining is like a digital version of mining for gold, where instead of physical mining, computers solve complex math problems that validate and secure transactions on the blockchain. So it's basically computers, these professionals, or people that have access to these computers, they have the computers that solve the math problems that add, okay, this person sent money to this person, and then they confirm it, and then it goes to that person's wallet. These miners are essentially processing the transactions through a built-in mechanism called proof of work. This process involves verifying the transactions to ensure they are valid. For example, making sure the sender has enough Bitcoin to complete the transaction. Once a miner successfully solves the problem and validates the block, the new block is added to the blockchain and the miner is issued with new Bitcoins as a reward. So different miners are competing for this one transaction to be done for them. If they win, they get a new Bitcoin, right? If they don't, then it's several, depending on the transaction, they have to solve it. And it's a whole nother, that's a whole career. There's people that are billionaires or multi-millionaires just from mining, right? It's an incredible, way to make money. It's another whole nother world, right? It's if you're good at coding and all that kind of stuff, that's what that's good for, right? So some sites and apps to look at: blockchain.com, coingecko.com, coinmarketcap.com, and the Coinbase app or the blockchain app. Okay, really start to get yourself just familiarized with certain things. Over time, you start to really understand how powerful and how blessed we are to be in this generation, to have access to this type of information, man. It's the easiest time to get rich. I've always said it. To be seven figures is the new six figures. It really is, because when I look at some of the people that are millionaires, you got these kids running around Instagram, these Show Speed and all these kids, YouTubers making millions, buying Lambos, buying Rolls Royces. A lot of these guys are just milking off crypto too, So, it's really just about getting yourself educated. And I know the thing is it is sometimes hard when you're at home by yourself or you're with your family, and but you want to. That's why you got to listen to the podcast, right? I don't just be that person that listens to the podcast and follows these people, and just you want to start taking action. Start putting, money aside. Start putting, 50% aside. Maybe some of you are building a business, and you're making those residuals. Take 15% out and pull it away. Give it to someone and say, hey, hold this for me. Give it to your parent or your partner or whoever. Not your child, because they'll spend it. But say, hey, listen, save this money or put it somewhere. Save it. Have it aside, pull it into something, and there's different coins. Again, we'll go into that later as we move forward, but really try your best to save, because it will allow you to move forward, and then you can put it into different projects, make some profit, and it makes you feel like an accomplished investor. And now you can really share with people the results, what you've been able to do with the Bitcoin, with the cryptocurrency market. Okay, I think there's roughly around 3,000 cryptocurrencies right now, over 3,000 cryptocurrencies in the world today. You don't have to invest in all of them, but a few of them could make you pretty wealthy. So have a look. Here's your homework before next week, because I will be doing a part 2. Watch this recording again so you can fully understand the basics. Write a list of 5 things that you want crypto to solve for you and your family, and create your Coinbase or your blockchain account, and speak to your sponsor. If you're in another part of the world, speak to your sponsor. They'll tell you what cryptocurrency wallet to download, and play around with the app so you can understand it, and be on next week's call, right? Because I'm excited, man. I really feel like you guys got some value tonight. I pray that you guys get the information and really start to become savvy with technology. I know some of you may not be as keen on technology and all that kind of stuff and crypto, but you have to be moving with the times, guys. We have to elevate. We have to evolve. We don't want to be someone that's just like left behind and we don't know about crypto. We have to be tuned in and having the information. Guys, we're so blessed. Now, back in the day, you had to go to the library. Now you can go online. You can type in Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin on YouTube? There's several videos about it. You can go on Instagram, type in Bitcoin. There's several pages with just unlimited value. And the key thing is picking maybe 1 or 2 people that you want to learn from on Instagram or on whatever, and learn. And we have the NVISIONU, we have the cryptocurrency educator that educates every week. Spend time with that educator, right? Learning, right? Crypto is learning. Go into the FL2 Academy. Become a part. You gotta let it become a part of you, right? That's a key aspect. That's how I've got to this knowledge. Is all this knowledge that I've just shared with you is things that I've learned from the past, from being around certain people and hearing the information and becoming an investor myself in the crypto market, which I've done pretty well at. So I know what it takes, and I just pray you guys get the information, you guys apply it, and you guys go out there and make it happen. So I appreciate you guys so much for being on this special call. I know it was an hour and a half long. I really pray you guys got the value that you guys wished for and hoped for, and be on the next call. Be on the next call, guys. Let me know in the chat what was your biggest takeaway from today's call, and I look forward to assisting you guys and helping you on our following call next week, Thursday, same time, same place, same link. I'll be covering part 2 on crypto, some more things. How there's different ways you can use crypto to make money as well, which I want to give you guys that game. So God bless you guys. I appreciate every single one of you, and as I always say, I want to see you at the beaches and most certainly at the bank. So good night, guys, and God bless.